Hey up me old mucker, your pal Mark here with the final video of my Yugi of the Duels of the Roses deck build, gameplay. You know, I didn't really think of a definitive title for this content. Basically, I just recorded a few matches of Yugi of the Duels of the Roses because I haven't been on my channel for a while. I can't resume the Let's Plays that I did have going on for various different reasons, and I don't yet have enough time to start a new real, you know, Let's Play, because it does take a lot of time to make videos on YouTube, and that's something I don't think a lot of people who, certainly viewers, don't understand. It's a lot easier to be a YouTube viewer than it is to be a channel of any description. Making and uploading videos is at times it's really lovely, but a lot of the time it's a pain in the arse. But anyway, this is the match against Yugi, and you know, this match is a hard match. Yugi is quite a tough duelist. He's quite cheap as well. He will more often than not, he will get Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, and those two cards really do spell trouble. And you know, if you manage to beat them, then there's the chance that he'll get Black Luster Soldier. So he is a pain. He's a real pain, Yugi. His deck leader is also the highest rank, so he has all sorts of special abilities, his Dark Magician. And to top it all off, the terrain is just a real clusterfuck. I mean, you look at every tile is different. There are no two tiles that are the same. So, you know, terrain advantage is you know, it's gone out the window. I mean, if you can find a tile where your monster gets a boost, you know, and you can use it in some way, shape or form. You know, it takes a lot of effort and skill. You know, there's crush terrain close to him, there's toon terrain close to him. So yeah, it's a real tough one. It's a real tough one. It's got the mystical sand there, which isn't a pushover. One of the cards that harks back to Forbidden Memories. Chain a rock card with a rock type with a spellcaster, and you get the mystical sand. But yeah, Yugi should expect him to be difficult, but this still required a lot of thought. And of course he has quite a lot of equip cards as well, and he is not afraid to use them. There we go, mystical sand is taken care of for the time being. Now, you see, the problem I faced here is I'm in a very rubbish sort of area. I mean, okay, got Lava Moth and the Cocoon of Evolution, so we're on the way to Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth, which is good, nice and early, but there isn't really anywhere that I can put the monsters. Like I say, I got toon terrain there. It's kind of pointless to put anything on there. I mean, had to boost him just to get his attack values to regular. it's never a good idea to put anything on tuned terrain. Luckily, luckily for me, Curse of Dragon's effect is that it will change the adjacent tile to wasteland. That's all well and good. It doesn't help Curse of Dragon any, because he's a dragon. He'll only get a boost from mountain terrain. If he turned it into mountain terrain, he would be a lot more formidable. But what it's done is it's made things a hell of a lot easier for me at this stage, because Hercules Beetle can sit there at a nice, healthy 2,500 defense points. So Yugi is not going to get me through this direction. And there's Crush card to the left, so he's not getting me from that flank. But the east flank is a bit shaky. I mean, he's got something on the Crush terrain, so it could be a trap, it could be a weak monster. And he's got something on the Toon terrain, so you know, it did get to the stage where, you know, I had to discard cards out of my hand just to get a better hand. And you know, it has its advantages in Yu-Gi-Oh! For better memories and Duelists of the Roses. But you know, I'm not sure about the idea. I mean, in the more modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Games that follow the trading card game more closely, that you can't discard from your hand like that. That's an illegal move, unless you have card destruction or reload are two good cards for mixing your hand, reshuffling your hand about. But yeah, I mean, sort of a stalemate. You know, I'm just content to hold off Curse of Dragon and to wait for Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth to arrive on the scene. That is how sometimes it plays out with this deck. I mean, like I said, this deck is centered around getting the Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth on the field. A bit of a reshuffle. Get quite a Hercules up the field. We haven't seen a Dark Magician yet, which is very good. And now we have Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth, which is brilliant. Now you see here, I didn't really know what to do because Big Insect and Basic Insect are quite wimpy. I wanted to move them out of the way, but there's always the chance that Yugi has some ridiculously powerful card just waiting for you. And I immediately regretted moving my deck leader there. That's got to be one of the worst feelings in this game, is making a move and knowing that you've made the wrong move. I have no idea what he was trying to do there, trying to attack my deck leader with a magic card. That's yeah, see, he tried to attack my deck leader with negate attack. I'm not really sure he understands how that works. Poor chap. But you see, you know, I could put something on Crush Terrain, but because only weak monsters can go on Crush Terrain, you do question yourself whether it's worth it. I mean, you can have a strong monster attack a weak monster that's on Crush Terrain, and you will inflict damage on your opponent's life points, but your monster will be destroyed, because it will then move on to the square where the enemy's monster was. And, you know, if your monster's stronger than 1500 attack, it will you know, be destroyed. But I have used that tactic to win duels, you know, just attack an enemy with a stronger enemy that's on crushed terrain, and it doesn't matter that your monster gets destroyed because you'll win the duel. But what Great Moth reveals to me is all Yugi's monsters are on the left hand side. You know, Curse Breaker, that's okay, I didn't really equip Basic Insect with anything, but I did regret moving Basic Insect that high up the field, because all it takes is for Yugi to summon a decent monster and cause quite a bit of life point damage. But we get rid of Curse of Dragon. Yeah. So we can move a little bit further up the field. So at this stage, Yugi only has 2 monsters on the field, and again, I made one of those moves where I really regretted doing that, because, you know, you just don't know what Yugi's going to do. You just don't know whether he's got a Dark Magician in his hand and several Book of Secret Arts or whatever. You know, all it takes is for him to move his deck leader to the left, slap down a super powerful card, and attack Basic Insect, and, you know, I could quite possibly lose the duel. But Lady Luck was on my side in this duel. We'll say that much. It does. I mean, you know, it doesn't look it at the moment too much. I mean, okay, I've got Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth on the field, but you see how, you know, taking a lot of risks in this match. You know, anyone who's played this knows that, you know, if you go in ballsy on Yugi, see that, you know, I took a lot of damage there, and he could have attacked my deck leader, and that was the sort of thing I was worried about. And you see it just happened right there. He got Gaia the Fierce Knight out, took down loads of life points off Basic Insect. So, you know, that leaves me thinking, I have to back off here. And even putting down a Man-Eater Bug is a dangerous proposition at this point, because once his effect is used up, if he's still face up in attack, all it takes is, you know, for another similar card to come and take him out, and then I've lost. See how you can very quickly lose the match against Yugi if you don't think out your strategy. Oh, this Karibo was a nuisance, because Karibo is actually unkillable in this. The only way you can get rid of him is by the opponent's deck leader stepping on him, or using him as a sacrifice in a ritual. Otherwise, he's just going to keep coming back on the field every time you kill him. Luckily though, he's not very strong, but he had another one, and he was able to get an attack off on my life points. And I'm down to half of what I had. Which is really dangerous, because, you know, one more attack and that's it, I'm done. So it's really precarious. Really precarious. You know, and I was thinking, is 2900 attack points enough? And it's not very often that you have to stop and worry whether 2900 attack points is enough in a duel, but in this one it was very much that case. But it's great fun. I think these types of duels are more fun because when you do the right moves and the enemy starts, you know, losing ground to you, it's because you've played well. You know, you give yourself a pat on the back because you've played well. You know, once the forest was on the field, things were looking more in my favour, because my monsters would get the my monsters now have the boost, and he killed his own guy the first night, which didn't really help him. No, that didn't help him at all, did it? Because I can still attack him with Quagga Hercules. And that was very close. That magician girl, you know, I could have won the duel by just skating over to his deck leader and attacking him. But and I don't know why. I don't quite know why I did. Why I didn't. But yeah, I didn't. This duel is all but wrapped up. Ah, no, it's not, because he managed to use Raigeki. So you see, and he actually took out perfectly ultimate Great Moth. Which wasn't very nice. There you see, we've got Quagga Hercules, and once again I could have won. I could have won by flipping him face up and attacking his deck leader. Oh, yeah, it just goes to show that hindsight is a wonderful thing, and I could have trimmed at least, you know, 4 or 5 minutes off this duel. I made things a lot harder for myself. Here, I was really sweating it here, because you look right there, all he has to do is summon a monster in that square and attack me, and he's won. And I was thinking, oh my god, I've lost the duel at this point in the game. But luckily, for some reason, he decides to summon his monster over there. And it doesn't do him any good because I had my Anita bug. But you know, swings and roundabouts really. Celtic Guardians. But definitely an interesting duel, this one. So all I have to do is attack him with my Anita bug and it's game over. Yeah, that's fine. Creamer can go away. I don't really care. But yeah. I really don't understand what my thinking was here. Like, what am I doing? This is actually quite. Oh, okay. I think I'm trying to hem him in, and I have no idea why I was trying to do that, because it would be a darn sight easier to just. I really don't understand. You know, it's when you look at stuff like this and you realise that you could have done things a lot better. At least when video games are concerned, because I could have won this by now. Yeah, at least 5 minutes ago. But I keep messing around. What am I doing? I really don't know what I'm doing. And I Well, there isn't really a lot to be said for this. There we go. Just to add insult to injury, just put a massive cocoon in his way. He ain't going anywhere, is he? Yep, he ain't going anywhere. So I guess I was just trying to block him in and go for the victory that way. I have no idea why. I mean, it's no more skillful than attacking his deck leader head on. Oh, there we go. We managed it anyway. I don't think he surrendered because he may have had a stronger summon range, and plus Kumori Dragon was still on the field, so he could have moved it and summoned a monster in his place. I see that now. But yeah, that duel shouldn't have been as long as it was. I apologise for the drawn out duel. I have no idea what I was really thinking there. I had a golden opportunity to end it very quickly. And the only card really worth winning here is Guy of the Fierce Knight, maybe Gemini Elf. But obviously I never get what I want. No. Oh, isn't that a shame, me old mucker? That's a real shame. That's a crying shame. Anyway, I will see you in the next video, whatever that may be. Like I said, I may do the Harpy Lady deck build if it gets enough, you know, requests or whatnot. But thanks for watching this little mini series of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelist of the Roses content, and I'll see you again soon, me old mucker. Bye.